Hey everyone, welcome back to Hist-Myst. I'm thrilled to bring you the next episode in our gripping series on the Zodiac Killer. Today, we delve into The First Murder, A Quiet Night Turns Deadly. December 20th, 1968. A calm, quiet night. The kind of evening where nothing feels out of the ordinary. Lake Herman Road in Benicia, California, a secluded stretch of road known for its stillness, where the stars shine bright, and the night seems infinite. For two high school sweethearts, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, this night was supposed to be just that, ordinary. A date night filled with laughter, stolen glances, and the warmth of young love. Betty Lou, just 16, was full of life, ambitious, bright, and dreaming of a promising future. David, a year older at 17, was gentle, thoughtful, and caring. Together, they shared a connection that felt unbreakable. Earlier that evening, the young couple had attended a Christmas concert, their spirits lifted by the holiday cheer. Afterward, they decided to spend some quiet time together on Lake Herman Road, a spot frequented by couples looking for a peaceful moment away from the world. But the serenity of the night was an illusion. In the stillness of the dark, something, or someone, was lurking. Watching. At some point, another vehicle pulled up. Perhaps Betty and David noticed it. Perhaps they didn't. What they thought in those moments remains unknown. But the quiet calm of that December night was about to take a sinister turn. What happened next is shrouded in mystery. There were no witnesses to recount the events, no definitive evidence to piece together the moments that led to the tragedy. Only the haunting aftermath remains, a scene that would forever mark the beginning of one of history's most chilling mysteries. When law enforcement arrived, they discovered a horrifying sight. Betty Lou and David, so full of life just hours earlier, were now gone. Their lives had been stolen, and with them, the sense of safety that had blanketed the small town. At first, investigators treated the crime as a random act of violence, a cruel but isolated tragedy. But as they examined the details, a more chilling realization began to take shape. The precision of the attack. The calculated nature of the scene. This wasn't random at all. The weapon, a .22 caliber pistol, hinted at someone who was deliberate, someone who had planned every move. The residents of Benicia were left reeling. Parents clung to their children. Couples avoided quiet, secluded spots. A shadow of unease blanketed the community, replacing the holiday cheer with a sense of dread. Unbeknownst to anyone that night, this tragic event marked the beginning of a terrifying pattern. Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday would later be recognized as the first official victims of the Zodiac Killer, a figure whose identity would go on to baffle investigators and terrify the public for the killer. This was the first step in a twisted game, a calculated act meant to instill fear and leave questions unanswered. For Betty Lou and David, it was the abrupt end to dreams, ambitions, and young love. Their loss remains a painful reminder of the fragility of life, a haunting testament to the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of the seemingly ordinary. Who was the figure lurking in the shadows that night? Why did they choose Betty Lou and David? And what drove them to commit such a calculated act of violence? This night on Lake Herman Road became the starting point of a legend, a case that would baffle investigators for decades and captivate the imagination of the world. The Zodiac Killer had made his first move. As we continue to unravel this story, piece by piece, we'll explore the chilling puzzles, the victims, and the cryptic clues that the Zodiac Killer left behind. But this was only the first chapter. In our next episode, we'll take you to Blue Rock Springs, where the Zodiac's twisted game escalated. A quiet night turned deadly once again, but this time, the terror didn't end there. Thank you for joining us on this haunting journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of Hist-Myst. Stay curious, stay safe, and until next time.